Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Have you ever stood before a door, your heart full of hope, your hand reaching for the knob, only to find it locked, jammed shut? You push, you pray, you try every key you have, but nothing. It does not budge. That job you desperately wanted, that relationship you invested in, that dream you held so close to your heart, closed shut, finished. And in that moment, the was begins. The whisperings of the heart. Why me? What did I do wrong? Is this the end of my story? Stop. Pause. Breathe. My dear brothers and sisters, let us begin by understanding the very foundation of our journey. When we face a setback, or when a door we've been knocking on for what feels like an eternity simply refuses to open, our first reaction is often one of confusion, even frustration. We look at the closed door and we see an ending. We interpret it as a full stop placed by the universe on our hopes. But what if I told you that in the divine script, authored by the Most Wise, that closed door is not a period but a comma? It is a pause, a deliberate redirection, not a rejection. The very first thing we must implant deep within our hearts is the unshakable conviction in Allah's divine timing and His profound, all-encompassing wisdom. Al-Hakim. Consider for a moment how we live our lives. We operate on a timetable we ourselves have created. We want this job by this age. We want to be married by that date. We want to see the fruits of our labor by next season. We are prisoners of our own calendars, anxiously ticking off days, measuring our success or failure against the relentless march of seconds and minutes. And then, when our personal timeline doesn't align with reality, we despair. We feel left behind. We look at others whose doors seem to be swinging open with ease, and we question, why not me? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not operate on our limited earthly schedule. His timing is perfect, precise, and always beneficial for us, even when every fiber of our being screams otherwise. He sees the entire tapestry of our life from beginning to end, while we are squinting at a single tangled thread from underneath. That job you didn't get. Allah saw the toxic environment that would have eroded your peace. That relationship that ended. Allah saw the heartbreak years down a road you couldn't yet see. That investment that failed. Allah saw the dependency on wealth that would have quietly replaced your dependency on Him. The door closed because what lay behind it was not for your ultimate good, even if it glittered with everything you thought you wanted. This is where our faith is truly tested, in the gap between our desire and its fulfillment. This gap is not empty, it is filled with divine wisdom. It is the space where our Iman grows, where our character is forged. Think of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. His story is a masterclass in divine timing. Thrown into a well by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned for years. At any of those moments, he could have rightly cried out, "Where is your justice, O Allah? Where is your promise?" Each event was a door cruelly slamming shut, the door of family, the door of freedom, the door of his reputation. Yet, in the depths of the prison, he understood. He continued to serve, to advise, to call to Allah. He did not know the plan. He could not see that the path through the well, through slavery, through the prison, was the only path that would lead him to become the treasurer of Egypt, to save nations from famine, and to be reunited with his family in the most profound way. Every closed door was meticulously steering him towards a destiny he could never have imagined from the bottom of that well. His years of waiting were not wasted. They were the necessary incubation period for his future greatness. So, my beloved friends, when you are in your moment of waiting, when the silence after a closed door is deafening, remind yourself of this profound truth: delay is not denial. Right now is not a never, it is a not this way and a not now. Allah's wisdom often requires the passage of time for all the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place. A seed does not become a tree overnight. It must be buried in the darkness of the soil unseen before it can break forth into the light. Your current situation, your period of uncertainty is that dark soil. It feels restrictive, lonely, and hopeless. But beneath the surface, Allah is causing roots to grow, roots of patience, roots of resilience, roots of deeper trust in Him. These roots, unseen to you and to the world, are what will eventually allow the tree of your destiny to stand firm and tall, weathering any storm. Therefore, let us change our relationship with time. Instead of being its anxious slave, become its patient student. Understand that every moment of waiting is a moment of preparation. Allah is not just preparing the circumstance for you, He is, more importantly, preparing you for the circumstance. He is refining you, purifying your intentions, strengthening your heart so that when His chosen door finally swings open, and it will, you are not the same person who once begged at the locked one. You are wiser, stronger, more grateful, and more deserving of the blessing that awaits. You will not just walk through that new door. You will enter it with a humility and a wisdom that transforms the blessing into a means of drawing closer to your Creator. That is the ultimate wisdom. The closed door was never about keeping you from something. It was about leading you to everything you were truly meant to be. So trust the pause. Trust the delay. Trust the divine timetable. For Allah Al-Hakim never makes a mistake in His timing, and He never ever forgets His promise to you.